Let's just go. All right, give me just a minute though. I gotta. We're not ready. Hey, Michael. You got a what? Twice? Oh, like, what basketball game is this? What's this game called? Oh, okay. I have to check something because you're not what? Sweet. You're on. Okay. It's. I was just checking because I have NBA 2K22, not 2K25, which I don't play. Yeah, on my computer I have it. I don't play it though, so I just have it because I do. I don't know if you guys have heard about Humble Bundle. I tell everybody about this. Um, it's a website that I'm pretty sure only sell video games that are electronic copies, but they donate any proceeds to charity, and they don't request it, but they like encourage giving to charity, and so they can do like tax write-offs and cred. So what you end up getting is like pay $20 and you can have this $500 bundle of 40 games or whatever the heck. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice, and that was actually how. Um, so the Fallout bundle was like $18 or something like that, and I got a ton of the PDFs and cred. So I was just like, all right, sweet. But yeah, Humble Bundle I always recommend. Used to be $12 a month. Now I think it's like 16 or so, but still good. Still good. It can be either way. They have a monthly subscription which you can opt out of every month that you don't want. And then every couple weeks they'll come out with, 4 or 5 new bundles that are like, oh yeah, there's these 7 games. You pay, $10 or something like that, whatever it is. And or you can be like, no, I only want like 2 of them, so I'll pay, $3. So no. So there's 2 options. Like you can just watch the website occasionally, or do emails and just see what they are. Um, or you can do a subscription, which is like, here's our bundle for the month, and it's like I think the subscription thing is for people who are like, yeah, like I don't really care. I'll just pay for it and get all these new games and don't want to monitor it. Stuff just shows up into their account. But but occasionally they have like really good ones. I think I can't remember. There was one that I got. It was oh man, I'd have to think. I think it was like $40, so not a monthly subscription, but it had Tiny Tina's Wonderlands in it, which at the time was $60 anyway, and so I was like, okay, that's worth it. And then it came with like 6 other games or so. But I'd have to look into what it was. I can't remember. All right, anyway, let's see. Where the heck is my Discord? I can't read either. Oh, what the heck? How do I get out of Discord's random settings? Ah, there we go. Turn on my screen. That one. Yay. Okay, this is like the worst part about OneNote. The scrolly thing always hides. All right, what did we do last is the question that we all have, right? Because I partially don't remember. Oh, right, and then you got him on a skateboard. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, from down there. You have a tire on you, of course. Okay, whatever that meant, right? Whatever the left is. Actually, we don't. So yeah, you walked with this guy. He talked about uh, Cobb, I think, and so you guys were going to his house. That's right. And then he said, "Go tag up at Lone Pine." That's really the main ones. So let me pull this guy up and this guy. Cool. All right, so you have probably started walking away. Cobb is he snuck off, right? So he's back in his house somewhere. We didn't really end with any particular thing. Um, so let's say, um, um, yes, he was. So Cobb was saying, oh, like you go and you tag those things. There's, um, a lot of good places. There are good animals to tag up in the Lone Pine area. Um, and that guy before, he showed you how to use the tagging device. And so you guys know partially how to use that at least. Um, but he was mainly just asking and was interested in what happened to that guy. Because remember, Tom showed him something. Do you remember what that was? Yeah, it was. I mean, we were calling it the crab something. What was it? I can't remember what we were calling it. But I mean, they're called Mirelurks, but they would understand crab too. So yeah, he was interested in that, and he was writing down a bunch of information. He's like, "Oh, that's so interesting," type of thing. Um, let's see, Tom, what did you do with the crab guy, or with the crab? Did you end up even giving it to him? Oh, oh, okay, gotcha. Mm. We don't know. No, we didn't. We're still like catching up on what we were doing. So the question I had was, do you know by chance what you intended to do or what you did with the crab that you were carrying? I'd have to review again what we actually had to do because from what I remember, he didn't. He was too excited to write stuff down. So I guess we could start from there and you can decide what to do. Because I think you showed it to him, and you're like, hey, this is the scientist, and he's like, oh wow, and he started writing stuff down and asking you questions. But for the most part, yeah, you had those in your pockets or whatever, and showed them to the group. But So you got the taser things, we could call them, but they're tagging devices. Um, you got tagging devices from the first scientist in the tent, the one who stabbed that guy and turned him into a crab, but not really. You guys just say he did. So, all right, well, um, I would say at this point, you still have the option to have, like, to give the crab, like, set it on his doorstep or something, or carry it around with you, because he's just left it on his table outside of his house. So he has those front steps and um, the table just to the left of his doorway that has, you know, various guts, and there's also like this little crane robot arm, if that makes sense, and then yeah, a little eyepiece to look down into. It's not quite a microscope or anything like that, but has sort of a yeah, it looks kind of just like a crane pointed downward. Yeah, they could be. You could scavenge it. Okay, that sounds good. You can carry it around with you if you want. Um, and then if you officially want to get meat from it, um, we can grab that as well. But up to you. If so, for the moment, we can just say you have the crab, and then if you decide to have at this point cut it up and everything, we'll just say that you have that meat and such. But we can decide numbers later. So well, cool. So you guys find yourself outside of Cobb's house, and potentially with the intention of going to Lone Pine, which he had pointed is to your left. I'm helping Lucy for a second, but um, on the map you can see the sheriff, so it's past his place, and he pointed in that general direction. And when you looked that way, you did see a like a hill starting. There's a couple spots where there's less trees. You see that it's a lot more wintry up in that area. You can tell that there's some, uh, gray and even a little bit of green tint inside of those clouds. It looks like it could be quite different weather up there, and it seems to surround um, the areas of the mountain. Let me see if I can. It's so hard. So yeah, off to the left, in this direction right here is Lone Pine in this area, and then you guys are up here. So what do you do? Hey, girl, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, I'm ready. All right, so heading over this direction. Sorry, one second. Uh, Okay, heading out towards this way. Just kind of going. Perfect. Correct. Yeah, this is Cobb's. Put a little K there. Right, right. So yeah, heading out this direction towards the mountain, which is down here this way. Okay. And so it looks like what? Sorry. Oh, and yeah, I should remind that too. So he did say let's meet tomorrow at sunset and we'll head to the north and do some tagging together. There are there's another outpost up north, um, and there should be some other scientists as well that are trying to tag some things. Uh, so straight ahead this way. You talked about the orange. Oh, oh, this right here, NC. Okay. So you look up that direction and um, you see that there's a factory that is, it's a metallic building, and it looks like it has some smoke coming out of it here and there. Couple. Let me see. It's so hard to see my cursor. You got some smokestacks here and there, as if it is a working factory of some sort. Um, you recognize a logo that you've seen before. It is a circular shape that looks like a bottle cap. There is a rocket shaped bottle, so it's like a normal glass bottle with fins coming out of it, which are like the rocket bottoms to it. I don't know for sure if you guys know if your characters would recognize it, but it's a very common um, company in the Fallout world. Okay, perfect. So there's a nuka-cola factory. Let's see if I can grab these guys. Holy crap. There's nuka-cola. A nuka-cola? Is this your character talking? Oh my gosh. All right. So you guys decide to head up north, is that right? You're so funny. You guys are so funny. All right, give me 1 second then. Are you heading towards the factory? Okay, 1 second. And that is a good point, though. I did not mention that it is getting toward the evening of the first day. So, uh, all right. So Dory, tell me what your character knows during his probably long lifespan, being around Nuka-Cola, and maybe tell Tom, who I would imagine doesn't know a ton about the world character-wise, and also so that we can all. Well, yeah. What does he know about the Nuka-Cola, um, like say company or what it is or whatever? Sweet. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So you guys are heading up north. Um, to the right, you can see um, some people outside of there. They are not scientists this time. They have there's they, that's that's true actually. So Nuka Yeah, nuka-cola, I guess, is one of the handful of things that survived the like nuclear apocalypse and stuff. And so yeah, she's right. There you can find bottles around, and a lot of them can be found in like little vending machines and stuff. Most of them, since they've been around in the nuclear crap, a lot of them are irradiated, but they still heal you a little bit and help your character. Um, what the fudge? Okay, so as you're walking north, you can see off to the right, there's um, a slightly um, dusty, like mini little shack building. Um, so this little green spot is where you guys can see it right there. Um, there's a Nuka-Cola logo on there, and it's kind of flickering with some, uh, there's a generator off to the side. There's a light that's flickering on and off. Um, there's a sign that is uh, that sign that it's all cracked. Um, and then uh, inside, or sorry, to the side of the signs, you see kind of a little bit of kicked in door, like someone tried to break in, uh, and the bottom corner is basically just missing. Um, and as you get closer, you can smell a little bit of um, like syrups and burnt, you know, just different burned smells inside there. Okay, so do you guys interact with that at all, or just keep going? All right. Okay. So the point probably is to go and find somewhere to sleep, it sounds like. Um, so you go up closer to the factory, and let's put some doors up in here. Got. You can see through a fence surrounding the factory that there are some bigger doors. Um, the fence, there's this orange part, and then the doors as well are these right here, the big open doors. So you have the fence there. She said wire cutters. No wire cutters. Um, so off to the corner though of this area here, um, you do see a couple pieces of the fence that are starting to fray, um, as if wildlife and such have been walking by, rubbing against it or smacking against it, maybe fighting other animals nearby. You kind of see some hairs and such left as well, so it's a little bit more clear to you that it's not necessarily made by the people. But um, let's see. You have an option if you want, I guess, to start shooting things, or if you want, you could roll for perception and such. Gotcha. If you guys, yeah, if you guys want to do some rolls and stuff like that, you can learn about the area. It so a multi-tool helps with repair checks, um, which may help you in certain roles. It would make the like the difficulty usually one less if you can describe why it's helpful. Um, let me see. Oh, so the fence is about 8 feet tall. Oh my gosh, you're 7 feet tall. I totally forgot. Okay. So you're gonna try and climb it, is that right? Okay. Um, this is so funny. Um, all right, so go ahead and roll. You would be doing let's see, agility plus we could do athletics probably. Yep, agility athletics. You got a um was that just one D20? Okay, go ahead and roll one more. Yeah. Oh gosh. Um, so you see Dory start to climb up, and so she's reaching up and putting her hands up above the bars because she can reach that high. When she puts her feet up against the fence there, some of it starts to break a little bit under her feet, and the movements of her feet. You can see the metal starting to um, rub a little bit more, and one of the chain links breaks. However, she's unable to make it up by herself, so if somebody wants to assist the five that she tried to do, go for it. Yeah, you can. You guys can roll that too if you want, and you can like if you guys want to assist, you can too. Just as long as you don't roll a complication, you guys are helpful. And so we're looking at it would be most likely a strength, and you could do either unarmed, athletics. Um, those are the main ones I would say, I guess. Yeah, unarmed or athletics. Hmm? A 20's, yeah, 20's bad. Something bad happens. Did you roll a 20, Tom? And a 3. Okay. Okay, so the 17 doesn't do it, but did you like kick at it then, or did you say you pushed on it more? Okay. So you're kind of shaking at it and stuff, and you kind of hear two two more of those things break, and it's probably like a foot wide hole, about waist high on most people. So, 3 or 4 feet up from the ground, about foot wide hole. Um, Tom, I'm just gonna hold on to that because that 20 is um, sorry, I just clicked on something that could have been bad. Well, let's just say that so Tom did scratch his arm a little bit and says ow, but I'm gonna hold on to an action point to use for one of my rolls. So nothing happens to Tom, but I'm gonna have something for later. Okay, you guys keep kicking at it. Do you guys want to roll to look around? It's just opened about a foot wide, about waist up, foot wide. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, roll some. You just need roll for what? Perception? Okay. So Dory just needs one success and she's going to open up a couple more links. Sweet. That's with your athletics, so that's for sure one. Or sorry, not your athletics, I'm sorry. Your strength and unarmed. So you need a 10. Oh, actually, if you got a 6, then you've chunked open like it's about a foot and a half wide now. You see a little bit more. Maybe Dory could fit in if she wants to, or she could keep kicking it. Michael, what did you roll? I mean, I guess you can kind of pull at it a little bit more. 11 and a 3. All right, so with the 3 for sure. Um, you see off to the side. Let's pull up. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. So Michael sees further down the fence line. There's actually a fence right there that has a little bit of an opening to it. It is the fence door, and the door is ajar a little bit, you could say. The fence gate. That's the word I'm looking for. They're just kicking at it more. Dory, roll it one more time if you want. Roll one more time. Yeah, sorry. So two dice. Okay, cool. So you kick at it and punch at it with your brass knuckles. There's a lot of loud noise and clanging and even sparks flying out when she punches it with the brass knuckles. But she does manage to open it up. It's about 2.5 feet wide now, and she could either have Tom step on it and most likely fit her body through. Am I correct in saying that, tall person? So you're gonna try and fit through? Figures. Okay. So there's actually, can I grab? I'm gonna steal Dick. Wait, how small can I make him? Darn it. Nope, that's not gonna work. Darn. I I can't do it on this, but I'm gonna have to start using Foundry, I think. It's 'cause I have your guys' models loaded into there. But anyway, um, all right. So Mr. Dick, Dick. Okay. Yeah. So Michael's walking down this way, and then if I'm right, These two guys right here are climbing through the fence that they're breaking through. You guys are so funny. Yeah, but but it's okay. I enjoy it. All right, so Michael has now made it over to the fence. What are you guys doing? You going all the way through then? Oh my gosh. All right, difficulty zero. Just give me a roll, both of you. Let's make sure you don't get any 20s, just to make sure you made it through the fence. Okay. Oh, is Tom doing his thing? It's all good. Yeah, roll twice. Just make sure you don't get any 20s. Okay, perfect. So as you're climbing through, you do open up the fence a little bit more wide. It's probably, 3.5 to 4 feet wide now, this gaping hole in the side. Um, in the corner, um, so you guys can easily go through back that way now if you need to get out, let's say quickly, as if there's no fence. Um, so you guys are now heading up toward the double doors, the wooden double doors of the factory. Kind of fancy looking. They have some inlays and such with um, some red and gold plating saying Nuka-Cola in their logo. There's a couple handles in the middle, and so it would open outwardly both directions with both doors. Um, there's no one in this outside area as far as you can tell in this entry plaza. Um, there's all the fencing around you and such, but no one seems to be in this front area. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah. What do you think, Dick? So you're just, of course you can. Okay. All clear. Okay. What do you guys want to do from there? Oh, go ahead. Sorry. All right. As you pull on the doors, okay, okay, sounds good. Hard, soft, what are you doing? Pounding? Or is it like a knock with your knuckles? Okay, do a strength roll real quick. Oh gosh. Oh, good. Oh, sweet. Okay. Um, so yeah, you hear like, metal on wood, and it's more of a boom, 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 as if there's open area inside. Um, and then you guys probably wait a minute, and okay, nothing seems to happen, but you do. start to hear a little bit more. I actually, sorry, let's do this. This is, kind of D&D. Um, let's have you guys all roll uh, for perception again. Oh my gosh, Tom. Okay, okay, perfect. All right, so Michael and Dory um, start to kind of like lean their, well, I should say Dory leans her head a little bit closer to the door. Um, in, let's see, what'd you roll again, Dory? 12. Okay, so you can kind of see through a small crack in the middle of those doors put together. Um, there are some uh, like metallic, pipes going near-ish, probably, you can tell maybe 5 to 10 feet away from the entrance of the door in the entryway. There's some large pipes behind it too. They're these ones are vertical ones, and you can see that there's one large, I guess you could say like vat, um, a metallic, like large barrel bin enclosed right there. And then you can hear uh, like a lot of clanking and whirring and like a generator type of noise. And you wonder if it's maybe drowning out the sounds of your knocking and pounding. Um, Michael, who had gotten, there you go. Still there, Dick? Dick still there? Oh, okay. She was just saying. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. It seems like it's, pretty loud in there. No one can hear you. Um, in real life, you might compare it to the noise of like a potato factory. I know they can be loud. And so in that entryway, it seems like no one can really hear. Um, so you can definitely hear the noises of the clanking and whirring and such. Um, and Michael, yeah, or sorry, Dick. Um, with your sensors and such, you to the side of the door, probably like 15 feet, you can, in the sense of you can tell that there's something inside the factory to the side of the door, um, potentially about like, let's see, be kind of like off in this area for you. But you do kind of, um, you can sense like a heat signature of some sort and movement in that area. And there are handles on the door. You guys, you guys do. Tom notices absolutely nothing. He is blind. I feel like I should have said he poked himself in the eye. You open it. Okay, perfect. So the noise of the factory is now whirring loudly in your ears, and you realize, oh, okay, yeah, there's this makes sense. Like no one, I mean, I would hope that your characters think this makes sense. Um, Loud noises, clanking and whirring. Um, you can hear like a hiss here and there as well, and some steam coming out of. Um, and so when you're gonna tag the snakes, that's funny. When you open the door, though, you all see a man, um, probably in his mid 60s. He, and so this is off to the right. And Michael, you know that this is the thing that you had sensed through the wall, the heat signature and such. So a man, he's about in his mid 60s. He does have kind of like, you know, old weathered skin, kind of leathery. Um, he's a skinny guy, pretty wiry and lanky. Um, and then he has um, kind of Coke bottle glasses. Um, and when the doors open out of the corner of the eye, he kind of looks over to the side, um, because now there's a lot more light shining through, and he turns towards the door and raises his eyebrows, and he says, "Whoa, whoa, hey!" And he's like trying to yell over the sound and everything. He starts slowly walking towards it. And what are you guys up to? He says, "What?" And he comes closer to you, and so now he's about like 5 feet away from you or so. Exact same thing. Okay. Um, so he's saying, "Oh, you want to sleep in here? I don't know. I mean, this is kind of my area, but I don't think this is the place to do it. It's kind of loud, it's noisy, and it's not exactly safe either. Did you guys talk to Frank out front? Do you guys know where to?" Uh, Looking for a place to sleep. Well, you don't look like you're from around here. Uh, but if you guys don't mind, go head over back over. Oh man. Well, maybe you should go around the outside, but you're already in, so whatever. And he points off to the side, to his right. He says, "Follow along this wall, and you should see some more double doors. And Frank is out there in the front. He's in the entry area over here." And he's just like pointing towards the double doors. Sleeping with Frank? Uh, he's not interested in sleeping. He does have a home, but if you don't mind talking to him, if you really need a place to sleep, I mean, I'm not the one that could give that permission. I'm about to sign out in about half an hour. Well, is that what you yell? I know, Frank is my manager. Go ahead and talk to him out in the front. And he leans forward and picks up a clipboard. Okay, so you're heading over there. Perfect. All right. So as you're heading over there, there's just a lot of different um, machines and such, and you're walking along the edges. You get to the double doors. You see a staircase up this direction as well, and then these doors right here, and that's where he said to go. Doors are closed. There's also no other people that you can tell around in the area in there. How loud is it? Still equally just as loud right there. Like the oh, and I should clarify the whole room has several of those. There's those machines. There's probably four. So let's say there's four in this area of the N, and then on the other side, it's a pretty um, what's the word? Balanced, symmetrical area, factory area. Um, so there's about eight of those in total. So I would say pretty dang loud, hard to hear, even including where you're standing. Yeah, sure. Perfect. You notice, or you know that it is unlocked. It is not open. However, it is a similar door to the previous one. He's about to walk in. From outside the door, from outside the door, you hear, "What the heck was that?" As you kind of hear that he hears tapping. What was that? What are you guys doing? Do you want to go outside or I would assume that with how the last door is open, how you could just pull them. If you really want to, you can push, I would bet, to go outside. Yes, you do see a sign above that does say exit. Oh no, so I had drawn over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, Frank is outside. This is yeah, it says here's Frank. You can sense Frank outside the door. All right, give me one second. You guys are funny. Perfect. So you lean up against it and it starts to open slowly. Um, Frank, or who you assume is Frank anyway. Um, so he's a man just in his, early 50s. Um, he is more of a stockier build than the old man, but you see him holding a black receiver of some kind and speaking into it. He's a little bit like stressed out. You can tell from his voice, and he's saying, "I need to get a lot more of these things back going. We need to produce a lot more and start sending them out. We have Marin, we have all the guys from the Enclave, we have everybody just on our tails about this." And as he uh, notices the door opening more and more, he turns around and kind of trails off and is just staring at you. He said, "Gentlemen," and you hear the click as he lets go of what he's holding, or I guess he lets go of the trigger on the thing that he's holding. "Gentlemen, what can I do for you?" Uh, all right, well, my name's Frank Delroy. Uh, I'm the foreman and owner of this establishment of Nuka Cola. What are you guys doing here? For my salvation. Ah, well, thank you, good sir. Is there anything I can do for you? I mean, are you guys here for work? Snakes? Did you find some snakes? Sure as heck hope not. Haven't seen any of those in a while. You heard snakes? Well, I don't know nothing about that. Where'd you find them? Uh, never had anybody ask that before. I don't really have a place to sleep, but I do have an office if you need it. But he he stares at your hair at your head and your hair. He says, "Well, you look great, sir." Well, as I was, you're very welcome. Oh, thank you. I do work on it. And he kind of puts his head to his hair and slicks his hair back a little bit. His brown hair with a few streaks here and there of silvery hair. He pushes it back a little bit. I said, "Well, I mean, if you need to stay here, I suppose you could, but I'm gonna put you to work right in the morning." Those, oh, you mean Marin? All right. Well, I could use the help in the morning, that's for sure. So yeah, and he puts his receiver in his pocket and he kind of pushes past you guys and walks into the factory. Um, and he starts walking towards the stairs and he yells back to you, follow me, follow me." And he says, "All right." So he's up at the stairs. Okay. Ah, fair. So he does. Let's see. With his feet, hold up. He does. He can go upstairs actually. I guess pointing out his feet. Um, it's not necessarily like R2D2. I would say yes, you do get off your skateboard, but you can just carry the thing easily. Just, um, I guess tell me how you go up those stairs. And the guy is up at the top of the stairs, just kind of standing at the top, looking down. You carry, you carry Michael's guy. They're super heavy. Give me a strength check. 2D, yeah, 2D20. It would be a difficulty 3, honestly. because he's a bulky dude. Got an 8 strength. That's a good point. I don't think that was established. Um, I would say, typically they are pretty dang heavy. I don't know about 220. What is that? That's not like me. I'm 240 or 235, 230. Um, all right. So to go up the stairs with him, if that's what you're trying to do, it would be a difficulty 3 to do it fully successfully. So if you want to go ahead and roll one more time, you would be trying to beat a, oh gosh, trying to support you. So it'd just be either a 7 or an 8, depending on if you want to use your luck instead. And do you want to use any action points to have another roll? Michael, are you resisting or going with it? All right. You're dragging your skateboard up with you each step. Thunk, 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 thunk. Okay. So thunk, thunk, you go up, and there's about, 12 stairs to go up to the top of this um, larger. So he's just sitting there watching you. Do you guys need any help? Well, I'm not going to be much help. Just be careful on the walls. They're kind of old. And so as you're getting three-fourths of the way up the stairs, um, he kind of reaches out a hand and tries to pull towards you a little bit and like pull you upward a little bit as well to hurry you up. Um, and so you guys get up the stairs and you look around and uh, so you see just in the middle of this small room here, right, this guy. Um, so there's some windows looking outward towards the north, windows to the east, um, and then in the middle you have a desk, a chair in front of it, and then some open area on the sides of each. There's like a kind of like a blackboard and whiteboard in this corner here and such. You just see various utensils and clipboards and papers strung around on the desk. And he points down to either side and he's like, well, I mean, it's not the greatest and I don't have much for you to sleep on, but I could leave you, with my jacket. And that's about all I have though. But if you want to sleep on, do you guys have other equipment with you and things to keep warm? All right. Well, don't touch anything while you're in here, but I can sure use the work or use the help tomorrow morning. So I appreciate you coming. All right. Well, you are very welcome, sirs. Uh, please do stay and please do help me tomorrow. I need it. Um, so we do have well, the guy that you met out in the foyer area, he's heading home about now. So it'll be actually just you guys here in this building, kind of alone. So don't get into anything, but also be careful. Just be careful in this place. Yes, yes, the snakes. And with that, he grabs a hat off of one of the walls, a little hanging hook, puts the hat on, hands you, Dory, the his coat, and he says, "Well, I suppose I'm off for tomorrow. I'm heading home. Anything else you need?" Uh, well, that's good. Um, he's not a hostile creature fellow, is he? So all his circuits are in line. I'll keep an eye on him. All right, you guys take care. And you start to hear him go down down the stairs with his footsteps, of course, not falling. Um, um, you guys realize also as you are walking up the stairs, the sound is significantly more quiet here. There's a sliding door off to the side that you can choose to close or not. Um, you guys can talk it kind of, you know, 30% more than a normal voice, like a normal talking voice, to be able to hear each other easily at the moment. So you could close the door or leave it. So what do you guys do? You guys want to go to sleep for the night? Okay. So you guys walk them downstairs and you're just walking around down there where it's louder. Okay. Um, so I guess give me a perception roll. Ooh, that's good. Okay. So when you get down the stairs, you look over to your left, which is the door. You look to your right. Um, you see a little bit of like spilled stuff on the ground and sugars and such. You see some boxes. Um, Dory, did you get the two? Is that right? Okay. Um, so on a couple of the boxes, you do see uh, kind of a logo on there, stamped and spray painted on various parts of the box. It looks like a bear claw type of thing. Um, it does have some writing on it, which you cannot read. Um, let's see. You have yeah a bunch of like sugars and such off to the sides as well, but further down, about in the middle or three quarters of the room, you see a small turn-off area right here, and it's just kind of a wall blocking. Sorry, let me draw that. Where, where? So it's just a wall like that is what you see. So you guys go, I guess, over there to that. Okay. All right. There's, there is a small toilet. It's not exactly functioning. Uh, you can tell it's a dirty, not well kept toilet. Um, you can see some bolts and such have fallen onto the ground, and the seat is kind of sideways. It looks as if it hasn't been used in a while, in a long time, I should say. Yeah, you can see what you find there. Okay. So just on the floor, uh, next to the bolts and such, you just see some life, but it's not anything that seems to be dangerous or moving around a lot. Um, there's like some worms and little bugs and such. So as far as finding hostiles or anything, you find none. And uh, Dory, you can still tell that there's no one in this open area in the factory main spot. So in this open area where there's all the noise and such, kind of the more production side of everything, there's nothing. So yes. So typically your guy would be just kind of walking around. Um, he would be, I guess you could say, scouting, um, doing maintenance to his body. Yeah, so you're really just kind of walking around. Honestly, if you really wanted, you could have your guy kind of power down and sit. Um, but in the game, you can walk around if you so choose and just kind of dink around. Okay. All right. Okay. So you don't see anything around as you're looking. You probably would spend like 5 or 10 minutes just kind of walking around. Is that right? All right. You don't find anything in the area. Let me see. All right. If you would like to, you can roll. Otherwise, I'd say you guys make it up just fine. You guys are so funny. As you're going up the stairs, give me one more roll. Um, we're doing pure perception. Low roll is good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Um, okay. So as you're walking up the stairs, you're getting about to the second to top step. Um, and Dory uh, has lifted her foot just a little bit too low, trips over one of the stairs, and scrapes her forearm against the corner of um, kind of one of the wood panels of the wall of the staircase. Um, and so you're laying on the stairs for just a second, um, with your head a little bit lower to the ground, though. You see some blood, and with uh, the nature of your role, you are unsure if it's your blood or what how that got there. But there's a couple drops of blood in the corner of one of the stairs. Sure thing. All right. Sure. A 9 and a 12. Let's see, and you're part ghoul. Let's give you that. Um, so with that, you can tell that it is more uh, humanoid type of blood, as something within you kind of feels drawn a little bit. Maybe the more, um, oh, what's the word, animal side of you is sort of drawn to this, this blood. Um, yeah, but you can tell it's a humanoid type of person who shed this blood. And again, you're not sure if it's you or can Tom lick it? Sure, you lick it. So you lick it. Are you guys gonna go upstairs and try and sleep or adventure around? You're so funny. So you should be getting sleep. It's you if you go like a whole night without sleeping, it does decrease stats and such. You have a certain amount of time before you should do certain things. I'm kind of doing it more as like I don't know, a zone of time instead of a like a meter that they would in the game. Do you have alcohol? Um, wouldn't that make it worse? Pretty sure. Oh, that's right. Oh, nice. What's your health? Your health? You're funny. Your health was 14. Um, so I feel like you would just since you're already that healthy or whatever, you would be able to recover. But it does affect you differently, not sleeping. So it would be like changes to perception, changing the difficulty. Um, I can let's do a session with just health, but I can look into that and have it be more like the game if that's what you're aiming at. Or sorry, more like the video game. Oh, you know what? Probably being an idiot. Yeah, you could. It's it's not what? Yeah, Michael, you could if you wanted to analyze it. Okay. Um, so you I would imagine reach out and kind of touch it against your palms, um, and maybe like kind of pat your shoulder where there's a little sensor, more on your body. Um, and as you touch it to your sensor, you can tell that it is a person, who is relatively irradiated. Um, you can kind of tell that it's unhealthy as far as, um, I guess, thickness of the person. Well, that's good. So they must be healthy. Sure, I guess. Yeah, Dory is. Well, perfect. Yeah, that's correct. Let's see where we. Perfect. All right. Yeah, Jasper. Okay. Do you guys go up and try and sleep, or are you hanging out in there? Or... Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. So you guys are up in the room. Um, let's take a 5 to 10, or let's do a 5 minute break real quick. I have to go pee real fast. So, okay, we'll take a breather for a minute. Maybe I'll go in the shower then. All right. See you guys in a minute. All right, guys. I'm not sure what you guys were rolling, but you might want to tell me about those. It just happened. Perfect. I like when that happens. All right. All right, so you guys are all three in that top area talking and definitely not sleeping, probably. One sec, let me help Lucy. Oh, okay. Let's see. No, that's fine. So do one more roll. What do we got? Michael's guy is. Oh, hi, girly. Um, so Michael, if you want, you can roll. Your guy would definitely heal his full 1 point that he's missing, so you're back to 11. Um, Tom, what were you at? You were at full too. So you hardly have to roll, but you can if you. You say you got a 6? Okay. Okay. Uh, I mean, yeah. So you're at full health too, though, Tom. You didn't have any health to heal. You were fine. So you guys are back to full. Is the funny thing. Um, and however, it is still kind of the middle of the night, though. Anyway, um, we have. Sorry, I have Holden living now. All right. So you hear like a thud as one of the windows starts to rattle, and it. Um, well, okay. Let me try again. So it's quiet. Um, there is very minimal sunlight coming through the windows. Um, so it's very, very early in the morning. You um, are kind of tossing and turning throughout the night when suddenly you hear the thud of the window. Something has hit the window. Um, and then you hear a couple more thuds. Uh, so you look up and you see a couple bugs with wings. Um, you've seen them before, and they're called stingwings. These guys right here. So let's do, got three of these guys here in the windows. So I'll just throw it over here. So why does it do that? All right, so there's three of these guys right here at the window, at this window right here, yeah. Um, and so as they're snacking onto the windows, um, four, four, and six. No, okay. You start to see a little bit of cracking along the middle parts of the window. It is a single pane of glass, um, and it's starting to spread a little bit. Uh, Dory, what do you do? 6-2, there we go. Right. cracks a little bit more. If you guys want to head out, I need two more of these. There we go. Um, so you hear the crashing of glass. There's um, a small chunk of the glass that's fallen to the ground, probably like a 3 inch and 4 inch. They can't fit through. These guys are probably like a foot wide each. So pretty big bugs. Yes. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. I'll throw these guys the picture down again. Okay. All right. So you guys go down the stairs probably. Okay. As you shut the door, you hear a lot more crashing. Um, and then you hear a thud of the door as you close the door, or right after you close the door, and you're probably heading down the stairs and such. You hear a thud on the door, and it's just kind of like a tap tap. I don't know if you can hear that, but so he's trying to get out the door. You hear a little bit more crashing, and then those thuds become more numerous. So you have that going on. So you guys are down in the bottom spot now. Oh my gosh, you sure can. Oh heck yeah. Okay, so you definitely succeeded in finding something. Um, so you see over at the bottom of the stairs is where you're standing, right? Um, so there's the bottom of the stairs. Um, so over towards this little corner right here, you see some pipes. You had stepped over some very small um, metal. I mean, you can't really call them pipes, but that's still what they are. Um, Usually, you'd see them like covering electricity and little conduits and such. You see kind of a maze work of um, these little lines traveling across on the floors and such, connecting these things together. Um, they're sticking above the ground, a couple centimeters, just enough for like wires and um, just like copper and such, little copper pieces to attach together and give electricity. So it's not something that you would necessarily trip over or even notice as you're walking around. They have metal on surrounding them. I'm sorry. Um, so let me throw this type of. Okay. Um, what do you guys want to do to the wires then? Um, Michael, did you say you got a one also? Oh, I forgot. Okay. So over in the corner here, you see a little chemical station. It's probably like, about as much room as that toilet area was. Um, there's like an eye wash um, kit, and you remember as you were walking by, and your memory does recall that to your system where you saw like an eye washing station, you saw some chemicals, some Abraxo cleaner, you saw a small thing of propane, and there we go, and some acid wash type of bleach. Okay, nice. Okay, wait, what'd you say? That's perfect. Good. And that's what they're indicating too. On the side of one of those, you see uh, a little poster that says, "We are inclusive to all types of people." Um, and there's yeah, yeah, there's a wheelchair and a crutch, um, a fake arm and hand lining. Okay, so Michael's pointing at the propane and such. What are you guys doing? Three. All right, I'll put these. So if I'm hearing, go ahead. Okay, so if I heard you right, you're what were you doing with that propane? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I mean, you guys can start attacking things. Like you can start breaking stuff if you want. Let's see, let's put, heck yes. Okay, so Dory with two ones. A, you're going to have um, like extra AP, so the action points. So you guys are now at full for sure. But also I want to give you like two extra dice to use as you're smacking things. Yeah, if you don't mind, I don't know if you guys are all gonna start smacking stuff or what, but these are going to be kind of the numbers I'm writing on there. Uh, that's how many hit points they would have on like all of them together. I'm not saying you have to like. I mean, this is an explosion we're talking about, so it's not necessarily you have to blow up all of them. But if you're gonna start, if you're wanting to fill the tanks and such, um, mind you, let me point out this in the middle here. So right in the middle here, um, you see a small station, which is where they would be doing mixing and such of drinks. Um, there's a little bit of piping right there that points right there. And yes, they are supplied with a little bit of propane from each of these things. You know from your own experience living in settlements in the past or passing by settlements, depending on your backstory and such. These conduits, those little metal pipes that I was pointing out and connecting to things, yes, there can be propane going through there. There's also usually some wiring and such in that same little enclosure. So, however you want to do that is up to you, but just know that you could, if you get like a 20, essentially set a chain reaction off early. Tom, did you get it? Oh yeah, okay, you got earlier, but you're good. Okay, you're gonna swing it. You're gonna. So if you want to start attacking things, though, you would roll your d6 for damage. Um, you get an extra two rolls of a dice, is what I'm gonna say. So you'd be rolling five dice. That's good. Okay, take that's one damage. Remember, they mean you got what? Where's that? Didn't we have like a little cheat sheet for the rolling? I should just freaking get. Oh wait. I got you. Can you see this thing that I'm dragging around? This is Foundry Virtual Tabletop. No, no. Okay, never mind. Okay, that's all good. Um, if you would like, I can do the other three rolls for you and prove it by doing a small screenshot. Oh, actually, dang it. Okay, I lied. Okay, I thought I could have. Never mind, you go ahead with them. I thought mine were the special dice that would say exactly what they are. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and roll three more. Okay? Okay, so you got 1, 1, 4, 3, and 4. Okay. Wasn't that in here? Sorry. Aha! Here it is. I want to see. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so 1, 4, 3, 1. Oh, so yeah, so Dory swings at those with a rolling pin. Oh, did you roll? You only rolled 2, 4. Roll. You do one more. Sorry. 3. Dang it. Okay, it's all good. Double ones. Let's say you did 3 damage. You get a bonus. Okay. So which one are you swinging at though? Okay. So Dory runs over to this one and she does 3 damage to this guy. Okay. Does anyone else want to attack anything or mess around with other stuff? Pour things around? Yeah. Yeah, you can. That's awesome. Okay, 5 and a 6. And so you're looking at, let's see where else. Is there anything that I can give you extra? Survival? Yeah. You said 4 and 6, so 9. So that you, yes, but science would work too. Sweet. I mean, you definitely passed anyway, but so with I think with both of those successes too, I was thinking, okay, let's have him use one of his luck points, and if you want to come up with something that you find that is part of using the luck, you can say there's a small item somewhere or something that you find either outside the doors. I mean, you can say I find this. So you give a hint of what's going on. If not, I can come up with something, but I'll give you that option, I should say. Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Um, so with the well, the roll that you have, and if you would like to use the luck point, um, well, no, we're good. So you know intuitively with the acidity, like the cleaner, the Abraxo cleaner, and the acid wash, you can mix those together, and it does start to eat away at, and it is corrosive to metals. And so in that little eye wash station, there's Abraxo cleaner and acid wash. You could mix those together and start pouring it around, or I guess whatever you want to do with it. Throw it. And that is okay. You mix it inside of like so the Abraxo cleaner is in a little cardboard box. The acid wash is kind of like in bleach containers. Probably wanting to wash it in the bleach containers and carry it around. Okay. So you would probably need help, I guess, with your shot cans. Um, okay. All right. So you can go ahead and do that. Let's say you've made it over to the acid wash station together now. 17. Okay. You've made it over to the acid wash station now, and you start mixing them together. And you walk back over to where Dory was, or what are you going to do with those? You now have 3 containers full of, or I guess one that's sitting there and two, one in each hand that you're holding. Okay. Okay. So you're you're pouring. Are you like pouring it? Yeah, you could do that. You. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. So tell me where you go, Tom. Up back to where Dory was. Sorry. Okay. Okay. And so you're gonna pour it on one of these circles. Is that right? Or on one of these, like the wiring on the bottom. So we have the circles right here, which are the ones that are hissing and making a bunch of noise. We have, okay, perfect. And then we have the conduit um, electricity grid right here. Okay, so Tom starts pouring a bunch of uh, that acid wash onto there, and you start to see um, a lot of steam coming through it. And then also there's some gases that are starting um, to come out of this back area along the lines of where Dory had hit. You start to smell kind of a methane, sulfury smell a little bit. Okay. And then let's see. So Tom has done something. Michael's done something. Dory, what do you want to do? Okay, go ahead. Roll a d20. Roll a couple. Four rolls. 7 and 8. Okay, perfect. You definitely hit. And then roll your 5d6. Sweet. Okay. So you've done like 3 damage, blah 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 blah, right? But so one of these right here is actually the most important part to me because the damage effect is what we're looking at. Yep, that's awesome. Okay, so with her rolling pin and such, you you end up hitting kind of like the. So is there like metal on your rolling pin? Tell me about your rolling pin real quick, just like a sentence or two. That's all good. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so so a whole bunch of metal then. I love it. Okay. So with the metal edge of the like kind of the handles at the edge of the rolling pin, um, you puncture along the top edge, um, and you start to hear like a loud popping, as if it's even gurgling, and then a little bit of spray comes out the top, like a lot of steam, and then a clear white liquid starts spraying out the top, and it's going, 5, 6 feet in the air, and starting to make um, like small puddles along the floor surrounding it on the backside where you can't see it, but you can see the spray going over the edge. Um, so back here and such, there's some puddles starting to form. Lots of water spraying out, or some liquid, and so it's spraying out that way. Um, the smell of propane is getting stronger. Let's do some of this, I guess. Okay. All right, and it's these guys' turn one more time. Okay, 3, 4. All right. What do you guys want to do at that point? You heading out, or okay? And then which exit are you heading towards? Okay. So you're heading out this way. You guys are starting here. All right. So as you're heading out this way, and you get to the door, let me roll one more time. This honestly could just be a comical thing. Go ahead. Oh, there it is. Oh, nice. Cool. All right. So as you get to that door, this door, sorry, at the top of the stairs, opens. Um, and you hear kind of a crash, and a bunch of wood splinters and such start to slide down the door and come into this open doorway of the bottom of the stairs. Um, Followed behind those 3 bugs that we had mentioned earlier up in the window. Where's Medic at this point? Because I think, or have all of you kind of headed this way? Okay. You guys are all at the door, and she yells and says, set it off, right? All right. All right. So he starts charging up. All right. Michael, give me, this is going to be for, I guess, timing's sake. Give me a d20. Well, two, yeah, roll 2 of them. Give me just 1 second. Don't tell me what you roll though, but give me just 1 sec. So let's see, low, good, and then, oh, okay, okay. All right, I'm ready. All right, so what'd you end up rolling? Oh my goodness. No, my, okay. All right. Yeah, you can do that. So you have 6 action points that you can spend. It costs 1 point, then 2 points, then 3 points. So you have up to 3 extra dice. You can also use a luck point, or you can succeed at a cost, which means you automatically, yes, succeed, but then I come up with the problem that happens. Ah, yes, you have, and yeah, and you are using your shock guys. Yeah, you can reroll both. Yeah, in this case, I'll say both. Yeah. All right, I like that more, even though it was fun. Okay. So Michael charges up his hands. You see his hands start to glow red like they normally do. Um, he says, you know what, step back, charging, and then clear, I assume. Um, and you guys are kind of at the edge of the door, and you push open the door as Michael's back is toward you. You guys are kind of walking out. Um, and if we remember right, so we are right here at this doorway. And so you guys are probably running, worried. Um, Michael has charged up his hands. He says clear, and as soon as he says clear, you hear a heavy pop, and Michael, kind of in slow motion, you see the air around you some like compress, and then you see reds start to spread uh, quickly left and right and in front of you, heading kind of toward that little station where they were making drinks and such. And it's heading toward that top right 14 that we were talking about. Okay, so you probably are wanting to take off, right? So let me do get one more roll out of you. I want to see oh my goodness, an agility and oh gosh, yeah, you probably are wanting to do that. Yeah, pull him with you. Let's go with survival too. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll do agility with athletics, and then we'll give you since you have the little skateboard too. Um, let's see. Well, let's give you an extra die or two. Let's do two. Yeah, two extra die. So roll four of them. 4d20. Okay, no, you're good. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that so quickly, but so Michael, you throw your board underneath your feet and you lift your foot up and lean backward. Um, and as you're just crossing the threshold of the door, um, your um, sensors tell you that it's starting to get hot quickly. Slow motion still, like uh, you're leaning backward and you hear a kind of a click, whir, and then the start of an explosion. Um, and let's talk about this guy right here. This whole thing. This thing is exploding for sure. And it launches Michael uh, off of his skateboard and backward. Um, let's see, so right from right here, and you land kind of at this fence here. Um, let's see, and it starts off another explosion on this guy too. But you're far enough away that it doesn't make a huge difference. This one, on the other hand, though, it blows up as well. Um, so Michael, we're having you take, um, you're taking 5 points of damage off of the explosion from the first one, and then just the heat in general. So yeah, Michael has landed over by this fence. Um, and you guys over here, um, you just feel a little like quite a bit of heat. Michael's blown out of your hands as well. So you end up having to let go of him. Um, and then if you wouldn't mind giving, so Tom and Dory, do a survival with agility. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. You can do either agility or luck. And then we're doing, oh, okay. And then Tom, say a two, a four. Okay. All right. So let's go back to this guy. And then you guys are here. Um, so with the, so yeah, this is Michael here. And then you two here, you are blown up against the fence. So you're pressed up against the fence with the explosion. Um, some of the chain links kind of um, expand and pop and kind of lighten that um, impact and everything. Um, you do feel flames and such kind of um, engulf the, your clothing and start to kind of um, like you see flames traveling up the back ends of whatever might be dragging behind you in the air. Um, it feels great. Both of you just take 1 point of damage is all, and both of you take just 1 point of damage. Yeah, yep. So not a huge deal for you guys, but you guys freaking blew up the inside of this thing. It continues to go, starting off that guy. I will talk about that in just a second. All right. So as as the other four explosions go off, um, you are just kind of standing and looking up, and Michael, laying kind of like on this ground but sideways, he's looking up because he starts to see flames and explosive motions up at the top of the roof. Um, and then you hear kind of like a whistling in the air, um, as if something is traveling through the air. And let's see, got a six there. So about 6 feet away from Michael, there is uh, a handful of bug guts and such that landed on the ground there, just in a heap. Um, and of course, I mean, there's going to be guts and everything else elsewhere, but there's a nice little clump right here. And so there you go. There's a little trophy for you. So, all right. Well, yeah, you guys are gonna tell me. Oh my goodness. Tell me what you guys are doing with it now that you've had it. Also, where are they? So, yeah, talk about what you guys do with that clump. There it is. Oh, that's right. You have. So thinking about that as well. So Tom and Dory right next to each other. That stupid tire around your neck and shoulder absorb a lot of the momentum and blast and everything. So kind of protecting you from the heat and such. So good thing you have that on as well. That's kind of funny. I forgot about that. You guys are ridiculous. We got him. Don't worry about it. Oh my gosh. Well, on the plus side though too, you also got let's see, 114 points of experience. So that's good because you blew up those things. I don't know if you guys saw me doing the little countdown thing down here. They had 25. So essentially they came down the stairs right as you guys were leaving. So I got to 25, which was my rolling. I was gonna do half if they rolled below a 10, 25 times, and they each got to roll two times each. Anyway, point being, they got to the bottom of the stairs and got freaking blown to bits. So you guys didn't even have to fight them. That's so funny. Um, all right, well, neat. Um, so yeah, you guys made it to the edge. Let's have you exit the factory property, though, I assume, in this wonderful morning. Um, Give me just 1 second too. Um, okay, hold up. Let's see. I can't. I always have issues with this scanner. Okay, I forgot to draw this, by the way. Um, if you guys see this part right here. So this was past um that little eye wash station that I was talking about. And I forgot to mention it. I'm sorry. But so in there though, I was actually thinking there would be a lot of storage and such. Um, so I'm drawing out little bottles, and because those blew up as well, um, I'm gonna have you guys. So um, as you're basking in your glory of such a successful night's sleep, um, after the splat of the bug next to Michael's um, body on the ground, um, you look over to the right, um, over the inventory spot that I was mentioning, um, and you see a whole lot of shards of glass. Um, you see some logos of the Nuka-Cola logo. Um, you see metal circular shapes floating down to the ground, um, kind of spread out everywhere, uh, just about evenly in this general area. And right next to um, Michael and Dory and Tom, each of you see some bottle caps land. A couple of them plunk Tom on the head. There's a few bottle caps on the ground. So if you want to take a minute, you can roll, uh, we'll say up to 3 times, and you guys can take some bottle caps off the ground and such. Yeah, do some D20s. Um, and you can, take like, 5 minutes or so of, your character's time just walking around collecting bottle caps. So we'll do 3 rolls of that and do the full amount of whatever the roll is. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me clarify. There were only the 3, um, but the 25 was kind of like the damage that they were doing to that top door. So that was my countdown. So And so your roll, yeah, in this case, do the actual number. No, um, one is bad in this case. Also, you can spend luck points if you want to re-roll any. 3? Like you rolled a 3? No, that's not good. Nice. Yeah, 3 rolls. Love it. So I was saying 3, but you can add luck points. So use luck points for an extra dice. So for sure. Hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I meant 3 rolls of the dice. So 6 dice total, and you can use your luck points to roll any bad rolls. Okay. Are there any of those you want to re-roll and use a luck point? Okay. Darn it. Okay. So what was that total? 50, what was it? Nice. Good job. Yeah, 73. And then so Dory has like whatever that is. 111, 120 basically. Sweet. All right. So you guys have loaded your pockets and such with bottle caps, um, and maybe even like a tin can or something. I don't know if you keep that on you or whatever, but if you guys have your pockets full of bottle caps and you're walking off now, victorious from a wonderful night's sleep and very long and arduous battle against a door, a factory. So we're gonna have you heading down this road with your pockets full. Oh my gosh. Of course you do. All right, and let me give you one more thing. With that scan, do a one d20. Give me a roll there. A 14. Okay, just 1 second. Give me a table of 1d20. Okay, you said 14. Give me 1 second. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, interesting. Um, so you hear another whistling sound as you're kind of just uh, speaking out to the void and now empty block area of the Nuka-Cola, what was the Nuka-Cola factory that was once operational. um, and you hear a whistling sound as something is flying through the air again. Um, and it hits the ground with kind of like a small thud, um, and you see a teddy bear on the ground, um, and into its chest you see some sewing marks, um, and a little bit of the cotton is kind of coming out of those the sewing spot, like where it was trying to somebody was trying to close it up and sew into it, but there's still some cotton coming out of there, and so it's just on the ground next to you. It is quite singed, and there's a lot of uh, like melted hair from the teddy bear, and you can still kind of see it's sizzling a little bit as well. And so you can pick that up, take it with you, or whatever you want to do with that. And let's say that Tom hears the noise as well. So, Tom, when you lift it up, um, it's still pretty hot a little bit, but um, not too hard to handle. As you kind of drop your hand to lift Michael, you see written on the side of it, it looks like it was embroidered previously, and you see the letters FEVO written on it. And then it looks like it's been kind of charred for the rest of whatever might be there. Yep, FEVO. So, all right, so you guys start walking downward. But where do you guys want to end the session? Like before talking to Cobb, or whatever you guys were gonna do? So this is we're in the morning, so I would say you could say like 5 a.m. is what I would kind of equate that to. Okay, you can do that. Yeah, so it's yeah, 5 in the morning. Um, yeah, up to you what you guys want to do. But so heading over to Cobb's house, is that right? All right, so you go up to the door and who's gonna knock? Or is Michael? Tom? Okay. So yeah, you hear Tom knocking on the door, and then you hear kind of a yell, and like kind of just muffled yelling, and then you hear walking up to the door, um, and he opens up the door kind of aggressively and says, "What do you guys want?" And then he looks down at Tom's hand, who's holding the teddy bear, and his eyes shoot straight up. But then he tries to hide it as he kind of straightens his face and kind of readjusts his body and shoulders and stands up straight. He says, "Ah, you, you three. What on earth happened?" So, mine. It's not mine. The father, Adam. Huh. Well, I guess thank you for killing the bugs, but we are not happy with what's going on. I need you to come in here and explain to me bit by bit what happened. I mean, you could. Did you say, can you sleep here? He says, I certainly won't be sleeping. And you guys, you seem so harmless, but my goodness, boy, do you leave a trail behind you. Come on in. He says, come on in, sit on my couch, and tell me everything. And most of all, tell me what you're doing with that. And he points at the teddy bear. So I don't think so. No, I know your type, robot. You're just fine. You mean no harm. But I will tell you this. I don't fault you for what you've been doing. But goodness, let's let's just get some sleep and figure it out in the morning. He mumbles to himself really quickly. These guys, my goodness, what's gonna happen to this place? I don't think I should continue here. It's a good thing it's a good it's a good thing this isn't my town. He says, I'm gonna go to sleep. Stay here. Let's let's give it a couple more hours. When I'm ready, we'll come out and talk, I guess. And and he's saying, yeah, he says, let's deal with this later. Let's give yeah, let's give the DM to figure out what he's gonna do with this completely deviated session that was supposed to go to Lone Pine. No, it's great. No, it's wonderful. I'll tell you, I'm getting good at making new stories, like new little things. But uh, well, the factory had a different purpose, but not anymore. I mean, Exhibit A, look at this over here, like all these dots and crap. That's so funny. Um, I'll I'll tell you more about it. Uh, I guess maybe next session, I guess, so I can figure out what stuff to actually say without giving too much about it. Um, you guys are nothing if not punctual. Um, so let's also, did you guys decide what you were gonna pick for like your other traits? Sorry, your perks. Perks? Perk, perk, perk. So these guys right here, these things. But yeah, you can pick another, and then if you can come up with another after that, we're going to be sitting at level 3 at the start of next. Um, so it was this page? Nope. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to be you're leveling up twice though because of your um because of last session and kind of a more or less accomplishing something this session. I mean, it did push the plot further forward, and that's okay. So whatever. Okay, Michael here. Oh, you're at 3. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, if you want to pick those perks, and you can either throw the screenshot in or just message the groups and say which one you picked. Um, you can do that twice, but like do them in order of the ones that you'd be taking. Also, I'll have to post how to level up because I honestly have forgotten that. For yeah, um, creations simplified. It's similar to this. Where is it? Oh yeah, rule books. Character creation chapter. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these guys here. The start. I gotta find it. There we go. So below the characters. Yeah. Yeah, we got all those. Um, yeah, and I will look at leveling up because I literally can't remember how that worked. Don't be sorry. That's funny. I learned a lot actually. Um, just kind of about the dynamic of how plot has to move, I guess. Chronically what? Oh, gotcha. Oh, you know what? Actually, downloads. Let me throw this on there too. Okay. I threw also a logo and words for Michael onto the map page. I'm gonna put it onto something else. Let's see, what should I put it on? I guess I'll just leave it there. It's on the shared screen too. I'm sorry. Oh, gotcha. No worries. And I can throw it into the chat instead if we need to, because Michael's character says all clear. Oh gosh. I mean, I guess what classifies as reading for your character, like in the same way that looking at comic books is reading to a 3-year-old? That's funny. I would say, yeah, just throw it into how about either character building. Let's throw it into character building. Whatever choices you make on there, and you can type it or screenshot it. Um, Also, I should mention you don't have to do this right now either. So, like, if you want to go to sleep, don't feel like you have to stay up and do it. Gotcha. Nice. Okay. Okay, that sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, and bearing with the the stairs, let's say. That was funny. I feel like we spent like 15 minutes just trying to go up the stairs or down the stairs and up the stairs again. And yeah. So full transparency is I was like, okay, the trigger for them to meet these little bugs is for them to go to sleep. And then you just didn't go to sleep. Or at least I didn't know how to progress it to that. So I was just kind of laughing about that. It's like, shoot, what do I do? Pretty much, yeah. It was supposed to be just in the middle of the night. So, yeah, they're beefy guys. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the but yeah. Again though, Tom, thanks for playing today. I appreciate it. It's pretty fun. Thank you. Night, Tom. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, no problem. You can take a turn. Oh yes, I love that one. I really like that one. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I can't find this stupid thing. Oh, that's right. Um, no, that's what I was gonna have to look up. I think. I can't find my stinking PDFs anymore. I'm going nuts. Um, because you adjust your like your skills, your tag skills or whatever in junk. Oh my gosh. Settler. Let's type in settler. Why am I struggling so hard with this? That's true. That's probably part of it. The guy trusted you and he learned his lesson, really. He's like, yeah, these homeless people, yeah, no big deal. Don't touch anything. I feel sad for you guys. That's a good point. Yeah, you guys should have. So, something that you can think about. Oh, I finally found it. Oh my goodness. Um, so if you, I don't know if you remember the first conversation with Cobb, he did talk about how there's a lot that you can add to a robot. And so if you ever want to have speech be part of what you have in your toolkit, you could say, um, that's something that you could start to figure out, I guess. Come up with a plan, I suppose, if you wanted to think of it that way. Hey, 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 is this it? Hey, there we go. Found it. I'm gonna throw it in. Okay, so I'm having you guys level through milestone. So I guess somewhat like plot point changes, you could say. And then also with the experience. So if you hit experience, like you could level up in the middle of a session. Um, and it would, yeah, it'd be an extra one. So in this case, yeah, you did hit the second level already. Um, and then you leveled up one more time because of a plot change. Um, so when you level up, it says your maximum health increases by one. You choose a skill to increase by one rank, and then you gain one perk. Right. Yeah. And then your one of the perks is um what's it called? Intense training, I think. and that's one that does increase one of your special attributes too. So I guess keep that in mind if you ever want to do that. So those are good ones. I like both of those. Mysterious Stranger is like, I don't know, he's OP. He's so cool. Where's Cedar? There he is. Here's the Mysterious Stranger. All right, well, I will edit your characters a little bit just in the stuff that, whatever you add to the chat, I'll throw in pictures and such. Let's say that you did. It's so funny. The hilarious thing is that you could have taken them on a little bit at least. Like they're not all that tough. So it's funny. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. Sounds good to me. There you go. It's on there. It's canon. Well, I think I will call it there too and work on the rest of this stuff tomorrow as well. Yeah, it was awesome. I I'm glad that it happens. It's a skill I'm trying to work on anyway, so you're good. I I love it. It's super uncomfortable, but very fun is the thing. But it'll get more comfortable as I go anyway. So good stuff. Anyway, yeah. Well, love you guys. Have a good night. Thanks again. You too.